Yo, attention Miraculous fandom. Are y'all really saying this? Like, this is who y'all want to treat as a role model? Like, honestly, she always says she's a normal girl with a normal life. But anything but her antics and personality is anything but normal. Like, look at this.
Disgusting!
Oh, hi, and good evening, everyone out there. This is the lovely and beautiful Miss KyokoCane. Woo! Yes, just to let you know, she is here, the bougie banjee badass, the cosplay hostess with the mostest, and the original crystal black gem of them all, and the star that shines so bright you cannot dim her. Yes. Okay. This is going to be a video discussing about the topic of pretty much just part of my Disneycember first ever epic video that I'm going to be doing and whatnot. I'm really excited for this one. This is going to be regarded towards like our favorite French cartoon, sporadic, spontaneous franchise that we call Miraculous Ladybug. Yes, Miraculous Ladybug, that pretty much little girl with the blue hair that runs around Paris saving people who are turned into monsters and whatnot, along with his very cocky, swaggery, cat-themed superhero, Cat Noir. Yes. Yes, I like to discuss this one because this is a really heavy-duty topic I like to get stuff into. Because I used to love this cartoon so much ever since watching it from 3 years ago and finding out about it during like on YouTube during like when the ads come up and whatnot. And I decided, you know what, maybe I should give this cartoon a try and just like really give myself a chance towards it because there's so much that you can just learn about giving something a chance. And boy, I was in for a long run of just like getting to know this little cartoon. It made a fandom because so many young viewers alike, because it's regarding to and aimed towards the ages of little boys and girls from the ages of children to teenagers. You know, stick and deal, they're based off of pretty much what I heard from the creator, Spider-Man with a hint of Sailor Moon put into the mix of it all, which are totally my two favorite things as such. Pretty much it has been the most like great experience dealing with this cartoon itself and learning about the lore because Marinette and Cat Noir have been such a great couple in my eye. Is a good ship too also too. But regards of that, Adrian and Marinette, and also let's get to the supporting cast too also. I'm just rambling on because it's like my supporting cast. But I really want to discuss about the video of why I decided to make this because there's so many topics about how good this fandom has made like the Miraculous franchise and such, and I commemorate y'all for pretty much giving Thomas Astruc platform and such, and it feels so great. Now, there has been topics and videos about how Marinette is portrayed throughout the whole show, which I'm about to get down to once I edit down this whole video because it's getting late at night, and I just want to be able to just really get my thorough thesis and analysis about this, and it just absolutely just blows my mind how much of the sexual innuendo is pretty much put into this show. It's flown by people's heads, even kids and viewers alike and hardcore fans. And even Cat Noir's promiscuity towards like Ladybug and how he pretty much wants to be the Mac Daddy towards this girl and make him making whoopee towards Ladybug when even he doesn't even know her identity as such. And it tells of Marinette's desires of her loving Adrian, how much she idolizes, she fantasizes, she worships this boy to the point of it doesn't come across as love, but lust and fetishization and this overly obsession. Because God knows this girl had the whole shrine of this boy in her room. In her room. She had the whole shrine of this boy's picture of every ad, every magazine cover, every photo shoot Adrian Agreste has had. This show, how it's done its supporting cast characters, I feel like the supporting cast characters needs a lot more limelight and spotlight compared to what Marinette and Adrian gets a lot 24/7 throughout the whole show. Now I understand it's about like the main characters, Cat Noir and Ladybug itself, but I do feel like the show is flawed when it comes down to narrowing it down, supporting cast of characters and how they should be treated equally as such compared to Marinette and Adrian. But we never got to see that. Regardless when it comes down to their personality, their character development, or them having like their own miraculous. I do feel like we never got like any full-length centered episodes regarding towards that, and it just feels so like discrediting towards like how we're getting like little crumbs of the supporting cast compared towards the main characters. And this is really upsetting to me because there's so much full array of colorful supporting cast characters, be it from the background, be it supporting towards like the love duo of Marinette and Adrian, aka Ladybug and Cat Noir, that we don't get to see them most often, be it my favorite dude, Nino Lahi, who also needs to up his fashion game and swag. That's another thing we need to get down to. Alia, and the rest of the classmates that have been pretty much classified in Marinette's class. And that needs to be pretty much regarded to also. And also how it's portraying those characters, supporting cast, and the classmates to themselves. And it's also another one topic that needs to get down to is the development of Miss Chloe Bourgeois. Oh, how this show has done this girl, and it's absolutely not okay. Now, when I tell you they've done Miss Chloe Bourgeois so dirty, I'm gonna tell you this now. They've done Chloe Bourgeois so dirty to the point where, like, I feel the creator, Thomas Astruc, has not liked this girl for the longest. Because many fans and many newcomers, be it old or new, have wanted this girl to have such great character development, but I do feel like they have pretty much gotten egg on their face lately of how the show has treated this girl. And it's absolutely not okay. And I do feel like we're not getting like her character development and how she's become a good person from the previous episodes she's been portrayed as a bad person. And I know she's a horrible snob towards like, the classmates and everyone on the show and whatnot. But I do feel like she has the winning qualities when it comes down to her time being a new superhero at that matter. For her time to be a new superhero, we get to learn about her flaws. What makes her snap? What makes her want to do good for the world and the earth itself? But we haven't gotten the time to be able to just like see that though, because now people are just shoving down to the point of notion that the creator does not like her. And I feel like that's pretty much what's been going about nowadays too. And that's what we should be able to just call out the creator on that as such. But I do feel like we're not getting a Chloe Bourgeois development and redemption no time soon. No matter how much we plead to the creator and how much we plead and just wish upon a star. And also, I would like to get to the point of how Miraculous has pretty much transformed the whole fandom. Is because this fandom, and let me tell you now, this whole fandom has pretty much become such a wild ride. A wild ride. And when I tell you this is because there's so many people saying that, oh, Marinette isn't creepy. And Adrian isn't like a sexual, promiscuous type of person towards Marinette, aka Ladybug. Or pretty much it's the other way around because, you know, yeah. They don't know each other's identity as such. That's the whole thing. The identity crisis of the show and take it to a whole 180. During like 3 seasons into like pretty much 3 more seasons later on to 4, 5, 6, it has become a 180 nowadays. And it's just become so spontaneous and sporadic and not in a good way. There's so many things going around with the series that I don't agree with compared to like the he, she said they don't know each other's mind, identities and whatnot. And I feel like this should have been debunked ever since like the whole Marinette being trusted towards all the Miraculouses. And also she should have been give those Miraculous towards those classmates because we could have had a full-on each themed episode towards like the Zodiac Club, you know, the 12 classmates and whatnot. Her being able to carry on the baggage and become the bag lady towards like guardian of creation, aka the Ladybug Miraculous, and also all of the Miraculous and such to have their own theme, superpower and whatnot. And Cat Noir assisting him and her about the whole thing. And this is pretty much compromised because now one of the holders of the Miraculous has pretty much stolen the Miraculous and given it to Hawkmouth. Now he's willing to do whatever he wants with them. Which that was a flaw on her part, and I feel like she had the time to be able to just like give the Miraculous towards her friends and the classmates, and none of this would have ever happened. And they never got to the point. They never should have gotten to like the wrong hands of Hawkmouth and the villain himself of the series. But I digress on the fact that it's not her fault, but I feel like it's the writer's fault. Yeah, they always portray Marinette and Adrian in their superhero forms at an almost highest pedestal, and we're gonna get down to that too. Also, they're not perfect as fans make them out to be, and it's absolutely just redundant in my own eyes. Okay then, let's see now. There's so much of the series that needs to be debunked. I do feel like we're getting to this point. Marinette does not know boundaries when it comes down to her crush and her full-time love of Adrian, who she idolizes for, and who she pretty much just like wants to have her whoopee with, compared to Cat Noir loving Ladybug without him knowing of her identity. And the whole love triangle, quadruple square, hexagon of feelings and whatnot that we know Miraculous Ladybug is known for. Let's get down to the business of how her lust and her over-obsession of this boy can pretty much be the detriment, and also makes her the scenario of be careful what you wish for, it might come true. The episode regarding to how pretty much one of her friends, the Miraculous holder of the rabbit, the time travel girl, Alex, has pretty much saw a feature in which like Marinette finally sees Alex finally sees Marinette and Adrian know each other's identities due to Adrian, I think, forget about the whole brother situation or whatnot, and her finally falling in love with like Adrian, and Marinette asking Felix and like her hand of dating and soon to be marriage, teenage marriage and whatnot, and being over the saturated and whatnot, and her fighting crime and whatnot, and they end up getting into an accident where like Cat Noir finally knows Hawkmoth, which I know is the main villain who wants to capture the Miraculous to fulfill the duties of finding every last Miraculous to fulfill, finding the wish of reviving his wife also too. That's a whole other struggle, in which like he finally got his wish around 100 episodes later, which it doesn't take too much to tango when finally Adrian's cousin Felix has finally did that within like one episode, within the snap of a finger, got every last Miraculous, and it's finally Gabriel starting to take over the world and whatnot. But hello and good evening, editing room here. Yes, I want to make that part of the video short because I want to get on to editing. Yes, I am very fully aware about how the series had ended with Felix getting all the Miraculous from Marinette, Gabriel pretty much turning every last one of them into rings and whatnot, and still failed at his mission after Felix has handed them over, and pretty much you let a child who is almost in one episode pretty much take over the Miraculous, which you sought out to do within 100 episodes later, and pretty much snack everything and just pretty much destroy your mission throughout and been outdone by a kid. But yeah, besides all that, yeah, I'd like to discuss about the fact of how pretty much thanks to Harriana Hook, Smarty Pants, and Kara Feek and the virtual celebrity about discussions about the show and the future of Miraculous Ladybug, about pretty much how it could be rewritten and pretty much discussed about in a certain way, and how the fandom is now giving up on it too also, and also Miracle Charm too also on YouTube. Check those channels out for their opinions and whatnot. But yes, I'm very disappointed of how pretty much Thomas Astruc and Jeremy Zag has pretty much been handling the show, and also the writing and how it's handling its characters throughout, because we are in 100 episodes over, and it's just like we have gotten no like supporting character background or no main character theme episodes that really shows of the personalities and the development of like the Miraculous series as a whole, and how they can pretty much edit and improve themselves along the way. Now that it's now pretty much been up to like season 6 and over 100 episodes throughout. And it's absolutely so sad because we as fans should expect more from this show, and that the writings room and everyone else working at Zag Tunes and also with Jeremy Zag and Thomas Astruc, we should get a lot more compensated towards like the show itself. It has so much going for it, from character designs to like the lore to the freaking power ups and the costumes and everything, and you let your own fans outdo y'all. I'm talking to y'all, Thomas Astruc and Jeremy Zag, if you're watching this, outdone by fans and costume design and everything else, and even fanfics too also. And it's absolutely so like deprecating and just degrading how Thomas Astruc has pretty much been so borderline interesting towards his own fans. If you ever check out the immaturity of Thomas Astruc on Tumblr, how he handles certain situations with his fans and being unreasonable and just borderline, just outright nasty and distasteful. Yeah, he needs to work on that too also. And I too have been a Miraculous fan also to myself, and to watch almost every last fan episode. And if you're a hardcore fan, I want people to just take in time as a starting out YouTuber of like the many actions of how pretty much the fans like to pick and choose of which person they should be able to worship, and also not emulate their personality from Marinette and Adrian themselves, because they're not all perfect like are compared to the other supporting cast as they're made out to be. Because Marinette pretty much inspired a real stalker when it came down to the point, inspired a real stalker because of 11-year-old slash 12-year-old girl or boy or trans person. You can find an old article on Reddit, has pretty much just took it upon herself just to like stalk a lover throughout. And I feel like art imitates life and life imitates art, and that Adrian Agreste slash Cat Noir has become a total Pepe Le Pew 100 times 10. And it's just absolutely gross how he just really is very promiscuous and sexual towards Ladybug, to the point where like now fans are realizing, and it's now grossed out now. And I've been completely blind by all this. And yes, should be taken accountable towards like the whole Zag Tunes industry, and I don't like how the whole series and franchise is pretty much going down the drain if Thomas Astruc does not take accountability, and also Jeremy Zag, and get like a lot of female writers in the room also, just like Harriana Hook and also the virtual celebrity and Amanda Todd Hunter. Shout out to y'all for addressing about this too also. We should get like female writers and also black writers for that matter to just discuss about the certain topics and also the discussion of how race and LGBT stereotypes should be discussed about too, also in the show too. And I want things to be able to just get things pretty much just wrapped about. If we're ever if supporting characters are supposed to have their main characters, and also, know what's funny? The voice acting pay rate. I'm so glad that Jeremy Zach has been very reasonable about the pay rate, and also how he's been paying attention towards like the staff, the English dub staffing, about they should be treated as such, because we should be able to see more limelight towards like the supporting cast in the Miraculous, and also not having Rose and I think Rose slash Jellica's voice actress and also the mayor's voice actress of not being quitting their jobs of doing something that they love because of how they're being paid poorly. Which I'm glad they're getting a pay rate also. That's one thing they should do. Because in this day and age and this year has been very nasty towards like the voice actors themselves in the entertainment industry. And having that being said, I do wish that everyone out there take a listen and just like pretty much have a good, insightful mean towards listening out to this video. And you have a wonderful evening to each and every one of y'all. And have a good day, drink plenty of water, have a great evening, and just enjoy yourselves and have a great, easy life. And just, know that you are a star no matter what. And get coked up too. KyokoCane signing out and have a wonderful evening.
I fear no man, but that thing, it scares me.
Okay.